create some terrorist groups, started to send some weapons to Libya, started to form some of their own part of militaries in Libya, among Libyan militaries, and started to fight against Mohammed Gaddafi. This is how Libya destroyed begins. And later they said, Mohammed Gaddafi, your people say they don't want you, come down. You have to go down. If you don't go down, America is shouting, if you don't go down, we will invade Libya. France is shouting, if you don't go down, we will invade Libya. From there, we hear Germany shouting, if you don't go down, we will invade your country. All these countries that were shouting on Mohammed Gaddafi before, all these countries are countries that were owing Mohammed Gaddafi billions of euros. They couldn't pay it back. That's why they were the first people to shout, because they were praying for Mohammed Gaddafi to go down so that they will not be able to pay those debt. They were owing Mohammed Gaddafi $1 billion. The World Bank today is not saying nothing. The World Bank is owing Mohammed Gaddafi. Why they don't return the money? Even if Mohammed Gaddafi is dead, Libya still have government. Why they don't return the money to Libyan militaries? The World Bank is owing Mohammed Gaddafi. The World Bank is a thief. They are thieves. The World Banks, they are thieves. I'm the one who said it. My message should reach to the World Bank. I say they are thieves. The World Bank is a Western bank that is the Eastern Western terrorist or Western bandit bank that they steal from Africa and store it there. The World Bank is a thief bank. It's a criminal bank. The human rights, so-called human rights organization that was built by Western peoples, the so-called terrorist organization that they call human rights organization. I call it a terrorist organization. Human rights organization is a terrorist organization. The so-called European Union. Who is European Union? We must understand something. These people are terrorists and they are killers and they are thieves. But nobody is calling them that name. Nobody. Everybody feel afraid to call them that name. Well, there must be people who will not feel afraid to die or feel afraid to be locked up. And they will speak out the truth as is this. Africa will not lose. Africa always have people who will never fear to die. They will always come out to speak the truth. When you kill one, 2 will come. When you kill 2, 10 will come. You can't stop Africans from rising. Because whenever you see, the West understand this, that whenever they assassinated an African great man, they see another young great ones wake up again. When they kill 1, 2 wake up. When they kill 2, 4 wake up. When they kill 4, 8 wake up. And this is how it will be going. So, till we all wake up. Till a time when you kill thousands, you see 2,000 wake up. Then you will be tired. When you assassinated John Pombe Magufuli, you assassinated, when they assassinated Mohammed Gaddafi, Jammeh was there, the Gambian former president, and John Pombe Magufuli was there. They killed Mohammed Gaddafi, assassinated Mohammed Gaddafi. 2 great leaders came out again to start like Mohammed Gaddafi. Then they pushed Gambians to remove the former president of Gambia, Jammeh. And they poisoned John Pombe Magufuli. We have another great leaders again. They assassinated those great leaders. We have Pan-Africans. They try to put Pan-Africans in prison by their governments. We have another Pan-Africans again. Now we have militaries on text. We have no more Pan-Africans, but we have militaries and Pan-Africans. Militaries who are even becoming Pan-Africans. That's what is happening right now. Militaries are becoming Pan-Africans in Africa, and that is very interesting to see a military becoming a Pan-African, because we need them on the board. They are the only peoples who can help us. Not to speak for us, not to fight for us, protect us. Let us do the job. We don't need the militaries to fight. We don't need them to die for us. No, just protect us. And we will do the fight. We will do the speaking. We will do the awakening for Africans. We understand, James. So till they understand this, that Africa can never be stopped of a rising. Poverty in Africa is not like Africans, it's a system on Africa. That even in Europe, we have a system on European citizens. It's not only in Africa that the Westerners are destroying. They even destroy their own people, because in their own people, in their own countries, if you come to the West, They have a system on their own people. Whoever is rich will remain rich forever. Whoever is poor will remain poor. His generation will come, they will remain poor. Whoever is rich in Europe will remain rich forever. But whoever is also poor will remain poor forever in Europe. They are own citizens. Their own European citizens. Their own citizens don't even understand that system. Mostly, I don't talk about their system because I don't care whatever they do there with their peoples. They do with their peoples. So the same, they put it like a general system as a general system on Africans. That African soil is rich, but Africa will never be rich. Africans are never going to be rich. They will always remain in poverty, in hunger. When Africa have everything under their legs, but they will still be poor. To bend down to pick it, they will be unable to do it. You are searching for food. When you are walking, you find food lying down on the floor. To bend down to pick it, you couldn't do it. So that is Africa. We have everything on under our legs, but to bend down and pick it, Africa cannot. Why? Because we are afraid that the West is looking at us. And that's why the West tell us that those foods under our legs are not good, are bad foods. But the West is coming to Africa to take that food from under our legs. And the same West is telling us that those food under our legs are not good. We believe it. We must understand the system of the West, my peoples. We must understand. Coups in Africa, people says military ruling. I saw someone, I don't know what is his name, though. I watch him on a TV show saying that the coups in Africa, we are proud of it, but it's not good, you know, it's bad because democracy is something that must be stay in Africa. Democracy is good in Africa. We must understand. Nobody wants war in Africa. We the Africans, when we unite, when we stick together, when our brains is always in the same target, we are going to understand that coup in Africa can never cause war in Africa. Because no matter how militaries make coup against a leader who is foolish and who is a puppet, who is a threat to Africa. Militaries made a coup to a leader who is bad. Even we citizens, we don't appreciate that leader. Militaries don't make a coup to a president that was supported by the whole country. Do that happen? No. So militaries make a coup against a leader who we already don't like. So who will make the war? Are we going to fight the militaries because they make coup against a leader who is disturbing us every day? Who is killing us every day? Are we going to fight the militaries because they bring that bad leader down? Instead, we will be supporting them. So if we support them, there will be no war. Military coup can never make a war in a country. It's only that when we, the citizens, some of the African citizens will be paid by the West to go and make problems saying that, oh, we want our president back, we want our president back. In Niger, it happened. When they pay some youths to boycott and go and stand on their own saying that we want Bazoum, we want democracy. Those youths were paid by the West to do that job. In Ghana, it happened. In Niger coup time, there are some Ghanaians and some Nigerians who they pay in Ghana to go and do demonstration on the street to say that we want Bazoum, we want Bazoum. They were doing it. As I'm sure many of you have watched those videos. So the West is causing that. They pay those Africans. So when those Africans are intelligent, they will not allow the West to pay them to go to the street to cause conflict. Because those are the things that make conflict, that cause conflict in a country. Because the West didn't know what to say, why they want to invade Niger. They didn't know what to say because they have already seen that Nigerian citizens are in support of the coup. And all Africans youths are in support of the coup. So they didn't know what to say because they cannot invade Niger when the citizens are happy with the military leader. They cannot. The world will judge them for it. The world is going to judge them for it. Why do you want to invade Niger when we ask them? When you ask them today, why do you want to invade Niger? Why do you want to fight the military coup leader? What will they say? Nothing. But to have something to say, they have to pay some African youths to go out on the street and say, we want Bazoum in the power, we want democracy, so that when they want to invade Niger or fight against the military coup leader Abdurrahman, they will say, oh, because we have seen some citizens are against him and they want democracy, they want this. So you see, the West use Africa to find something to say, how they will destroy Africa. So that's why I speak to Africans. We must understand. Don't let the West to pay you to go and do demonstration. When inside you know that that coup that happened in Niger is a good thing for Africa. But you have been paid. So many youths have been paid. They gather some Niger citizens, some Ghanaian citizens in Ghana, inside Ghana. They paid them to go and do demonstration. That's what those youths were paid by the ECOWAS leaders, by Bola Tinubu and his fellow puppets. So we have to understand this. I understand the strategy they were using in Ghana. After their meeting, before their meeting in Ghana, they prepare youths who will go and do demonstration and be saying that we want democracy. That's all they need. They pay those youths and tell them that what all we need is you go out on the street and say we want democracy. That's all we need. They pay those youths to do that job. During the meeting of the ECOWAS meeting in Ghana, Accra, those youths were doing demonstration, so that the West will have something to say why they want to invade Niger. So they were doing all those things. Those rubbish. Those youths also go out on the street. After that meeting in Ghana, the ECOWAS meeting in Ghana, do you ever see any youth coming out saying that we want democracy? Do you ever see it? You can never see it, because they were paid to do it that day. From that day, they have no job again. Unless if they pay them again to go and do it again. But from that day, because ECOWAS know that that day is the day for meeting in Ghana, Accra, and ECOWAS leaders have paid some African youths to do that fake demonstration, so that they will have something to say. And they pay some fake journalists to publish it out. All because we are not wise. Ask me right now, who will pay me to go and do demonstration and say I want democracy? If you tell me I want to pay you to go and do demonstration, I will boof you that moment. The moment you open your mouth to tell me that go and shout on the street say you want democracy, I will poof you. There is no amount of money that you will pay me. So we understand. Sorry guys for. So we understand. Sorry guys for that system hack. I think somebody was trying to interrupt my life, was calling me. Reject, call, reject, call, reject. So those are the puppets. Somebody have my number, was calling me just to interrupt my life, so I understand the system. But tell the person to call again. I don't know why Africans are like this. Somebody was intentionally just trying to interrupt my life, was calling me. Why? When you do this, I block you. You don't understand. Somebody was intentionally doing it just to interrupt my life. Because when you are speaking about this something, there are some even are white peoples who will just keep on tapping, calling me. Some are even white peoples. Some are even my fellow black peoples who will just see me live like this. They don't like what I am saying about white people. They don't like it. Some fellow blacks living in Europe here, they don't like what I say about white peoples. When I say white people are evils, they don't like it. My fellow blacks. But I understand. We understand. People like that must be on the journey of liberation, so that we could teach them a lesson. People like them must assist, so that we will also learn. Because without them, we will not learn on the journey. But on the journey of liberation, God bring people like this as an obstacle, so that we will learn. But they can never conquer us. We conquer them and pass. So whenever we conquer an enemy like this, we learn. We learn that when another person came like that, we will know how to tackle them. We will not be surprised and we will not be worried. A person who don't have difficulties in his life will not learn and will not know nothing. You have to pass through some difficulties when you want to achieve something. You have to pass through some difficulties or some obstacles so that you will learn. And when you achieve that thing finally, you will not joke with it. So to gain the freedom of Africa, it's not going to be like we sit and speak and we get freedom. No. I tell you this, no matter how many coups we make in Africa, we are still not free. You know what will make Africa to be free? We must pass through a difficulty. An obstacle are in Africa. An obstacle white mans are in Africa. They must be taken out. Africa cannot get the West away from Africa without making a conflict with the West. We must agree. We must accept that we are trying to run away from that conflict, but we can't run away from it. We must be ready to buy them. To buy them. We must be ready for it. If we are running away because we don't want to buy white man, you can never be free, Africa. That is the only language that they understand. And that will be the only time that they will leave Africa alone to buy them, to start buying white people in Africa. I'm telling you the truth. If I said it, so many people will say, this boy don't know what he's saying. He's making violent. He's making violent. But you will not understand. You will not understand. Many people hide this truth today. They don't want to speak it out to tell you that Africa cannot be free without buying white peoples. Many people, they will not want to say this. Why? Because they are afraid of prison or to die or to be assassinated. Many people know this fact that Africa cannot be free without buying. When we don't start buying white people in Africa, that's the time we will be free. No matter how many coups we make. Look, we make coup in Niger, Mali, Burkina, Sudan, which place again? Gabon. Coup happen in many places. How many coups do that happen during these 3 years? We have like, how many coups? We have more coups happening in Africa. But what does this change? Still, now we are seeing they are even putting their military base in Africa. What does that show to you? The only way to get ourselves from the West is to start buying them in Africa. Africa belongs to Africans. If Africa try this on West, then they will kill every African. If Africa try this, to say by force we must put our military base in Europe, Europeans will invade all Africans and kill all of them. But why are we saying, you know, Africans, they give us this religion. Sorry, my peoples, let me go into religion a little bit. I don't ever want to talk about religion. But please pardon me for me to talk about religion for just 5 minutes. Nobody should see it like I'm attacking religions or any other thing. I don't attack religions. I leave people to worship whatever religion they like. I don't adjust anybody not to worship any religion. If you want, don't worship any religion. If you want, be a Christian. If you want, be a Muslim. If you want, be a Jew. If you want, be a Jad. If you want, be a unknown worshipper. If you want, be an idol worshipper. It's okay for me. Everybody have his own mind. Okay. But I want to go into religion a little bit. Why, how they cage Africans' mind and Africans' brain. This religion thing they give to Africans. Today, an African man will tell you, no, you know, it's a sin to kill. They create Bible. They put so many things. Even Quran now, they are changing it. Muslim Quran. They create those things. They give you religion to cage your mind, not to do anything bad to them. Because they create those religion and give it to you. You will be afraid to kill them because it's a bad sin. But they are killing you. They are the one who create those Bibles and give you. They tell you that killing is a sin. Okay? Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. But who is stealing today? They are stealing. And they are the one who created those Bibles and give you in Africa. They bring that religion to you in Africa. They tell you that thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not rob. Thou shalt not this. Thou shalt not that. But they are killing. They are killing you every day. They are stealing from you every day. And you are there because you have the Bible. Thou shalt not steal. So you will not steal from them. Thou shalt not kill. You will not kill them, but they are killing you every day. African pastors are in a big mess. African pastors are a big threat to Africa. Pastors in Africa bring out the truth. You know what I'm saying. You know, I don't want to go into religion, but pastors in Africa are all fakes. God don't call you. No, God call you. You call yourself. You are not a pastor. There is nothing like pastor in this world. I'm the one who said it today. There is nothing like pastor in this world. Maybe so many people believe in a religion. They may think like I'm against them. I'm not against anybody's religion. But believe me, what I'm saying. It's all about Africa. What they did to us. Think about it very well. The Bible was not created by we the Africans. The Bible was created by the West and they give it to us. We read, we accept. That is the word from God. Okay, thou shalt not kill is true. God says thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal is true. But these people are stealing from you every day and you refuse to steal from them because of that thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, and they are killing you every day. Now you feel afraid to do anything to them. But they don't feel afraid they can do anything to you because they know what they give you. That one already tied your brain. Now you can't do nothing to them. They know whatever they did to you, you can't do nothing. Whatever when you do to them, they know that when you throw this to them, it will kill them. They will tell you, thou shalt not throw this. They will write it in Bible, thou shalt not throw this on someone. The West planned this Bible very well. You know, when they know that you throw this on them, it will kill them, they will tell you that, they will write it in Bible that thou shalt not throw this on another person. They know Africans now. They know our brain. So they cage our brain for a very long time with this same Bible. But go and read the Bible. I read Bible. I'm not a Christian, but I read Bibles, you know. I read Bibles to know the real and the fake. But the real Bible is not even running. Come on, there is nothing in the real Bible that is not in the Quran. The real Bible, if you have the real Bible, there is nothing in the real Bible that is not in Quran. There is nothing in Quran that is not in the real Bible. But now we have fake Bibles. Even sometimes we are having some fake Qurans. That was man-made Qurans. Now 21st century Qurans given to peoples. So we must understand. We must not be fooled always by these peoples. I normally don't go into religion. But trust me, it's a big problem for Africa. They cage you, cage your brain. Africans can't do nothing to a white man anymore. But white peoples are doing all sorts kind of bad things to you. They steal from you. The same Bible, they write it there. The devil, the Westerners, they create that Bible. The same Bible, they write in the Bible. The devil is here to kill, steal, and destroy. But today, when they are drawing a devil, they draw a devil with a color of a black color. To show that the devil is a black man. When they are drawing Jesus, they draw Jesus with a white color. Means Jesus is a white man. So the devil is a black man. But they are the same people who write it in that same Bible that the devil is here to kill, steal, and destroy. As a Christian, please think very well. Don't look at me whether I'm beautiful or ugly. Just listen to what is coming out from my mouth. You will understand my point. Bible was created by the Western people and they brought it to you. They write it in the Bible that the devil is here to kill, steal, and destroy. And when they are drawing devil or they want to describe devil, they describe devil as a black. They color devil as with the black color. Means devil is a black man. Black man is a devil. When they are drawing Jesus, they draw Jesus in a white color. That means white is Jesus. White is always good, black is always devil. Right? That is the first thing they insult all black peoples. The first place, they insult all black people. You should not even accept that Bible. In the Bible, you are seeing a devil with a black color. You are seeing Jesus picture with a white color. That's the time you should even throw that book from your hand. Because someone insults you and giving you to read it. You are insulting yourself. You see it in the Bible. When they draw Jesus with a black color, with a white color, they draw the devil with a black color. They are telling you are a devil and you are reading it. You are still continue. You believe in it. That you are a devil by yourself. You read it that you are a devil. You still believe in it. That was the first part. You must understand. Number two, they tell you that the devil is here to steal, kill, and destroy. You are not killing, you are not stealing, you are not destroying. They are the ones stealing from you, killing you, destroying you. So who is the devil? Africans think. African Christians think. Who is the devil here? They wrote it in the Bible. The same Bible they give to you. They are the one who wrote it there that the devil is here to kill, steal, and destroy. Who is the devil here? Africans are not killing, stealing, and destroying white people. White people are the one killing, stealing, and destroying Africans. So who is the devil? They are the devils, but you see how they make images to change your brain again. To believe that you are the one, you black man is the devil, and they are the Jesus. I don't normally go into religion because I don't care. If anybody believes in Christianity, please worship, continue. I don't want to change nobody's mind how you worship. But the fact is, I want people to understand some points. That's why I go into religion little bit. But normally I don't go into religions. But I want people to understand one thing, that believe in God. Pray to God in any language you like. If you want to beg God for something, there is no language that this language must be used to beg God. There is any language that you want to beg God for something, you can use your mother tongue, you can use any language to beg God. I don't normally go into religion. I know much about this Christianity, this, that. But I don't normally talk about it. I read it for myself. I leave people to worship whatever religion they like. I don't want to have problem with anybody because of religion. But it's just a point. So if the point I view here, as they draw black people in the Bible as they draw the devil as a black man in the Bible and draw themselves as a Jesus, as a white man, and draw Jesus in a white color, if that point affect anybody as a Christian, I'm sorry, and you can forgive me. If the point also I make like they wrote it in the Bible that thou shalt not kill, steal, or steal. If that point also affect anybody, I'm sorry also. You can forgive me as a Christian. If another point, the third point is the place they wrote it in the Bible that the devil is here to kill, steal, and destroy. If it affect anybody as a Christian, I'm sorry also, you can understand. But I just want to viewpoint to my peoples to understand that point. But I don't want to go against any religion. Normally, I love every religion. I respect every religion. Everybody. In any religion. You are Hindu, you are Christian, you are Muslim, you are Zeus, you are Zaz. I respect every religion. Even if it's not my religion, I respect every religion. I'm a Muslim, but though I respect everybody's religion as I respect my religion. And I prefer people also to respect that's why I respect everyone's religion out there, for people to respect mine also. I never insult anybody's religion, and I will never, because I will never insult my own religion. So why will I insult other people's religion? You know? So it's a point that people must view on it. Because if I write a book today and I write it there that you should not kill, no one should kill, no one should fight. If I wrote a book today and I write it there inside this book that nobody should kill, nobody should fight, I say it's the word from God. And I give you that book, but I'm fighting you every day and I'm killing you every day. What will you think? And I'm the one who wrote that book and give you. And say that it's a word from God, so you should accept it. Now you believe in that word, that nobody should kill, nobody should fight. But every day I'm fighting you. Every day I'm killing you. What will you think? So that's why I give you that point, because I know the Bible is not created by Africans. I know the Bible is not created by Jesus. We know it. The Bible is not created by, the Bible today you are using in churches are not created by Jesus. They are not created by Jesus. So it was created by the West to cage you in that position. They know Africans. They know the brain of Africans. When Africans, they know that before Africans will believe any other thing, let's try to remove their own traditional religion from their hand and give them our own mentality. What will stop them so that they will not fight against us? That's why Africa was unable to fight against Westerners. Why? Because Africans feel like you should not kill white man. African can kill his fellow African, it's not a problem, it's not a sin. But for African to kill a white man is a crime and it's a sin. Now, do you understand that point? For African to fight against his fellow African, it's not a problem, it's not a war, it's not a sin. But for an African to fight against a white man, it's a sin, it's a crime. If not, take an example. Today, ECOWAS gather together to fight against their fellow African country for no reason. But they will never come together like that to fight against the enemies of Africa. No, because that is a sin. That is a crime. For ECOWAS to come together and fight against France or America or European Union soldiers in Africa, that is a sin and that is a crime because they are white peoples. But for ECOWAS to gather together and fight against their fellow African country, it's normal. Yeah, it's normal, very normal. For a black man to unite and fight against their fellow black man is very normal. But for black peoples to unite and fight against their enemies is a crime. That's why they create those mindset and give it to you for a very long time. They want you to be like that. You can fight against yourselves, no problem. It's not a problem. Yes. But for you to fight against them who are your enemies, they prepare your mind that your mind will never be set to fight against them. They set your mind to fight against yourselves, but never to fight against them. They created your mind. They form your mind in a way that you will never be able to unite and fight against them. But you will always be unite and separate apart and unite as a groups to fight against each other and kill each other, fight each other every day. That's why Africans can fight against each other anytime. They don't care. It's not a sin, it's not a crime, it's not a bad thing. But Africans will never come together as one. You see, when they told Africans, ECOWAS, that go and fight against this, they all come together, they unite. They all speak one voice. But today tell ECOWAS that go and fight against France from Niger. They will separate. One will go back. Another one will say, no, I can't go. Another one will say, no, I'm not involved. Another one will say, no, I will not go. Another one will say, no, I'm thinking about it. They will never agree. They set the African black mind like that to fight against each other. It's not a problem for African. But for an African to fight against his enemy is a crime. ECOWAS, African Union, can unite and invade Niger. They all unite at once. When the West called them that you should invade Niger, they all come together as one and unite. They all speak one voice. If African leaders can unite like that and speak one voice to fight the enemies of Africa, we will be free. But they set this mind like that to never fight against them. The Western people set an African mind. They reform the African minds to fight against themselves, for Africans to believe that fighting against ourselves is not a problem, but fighting against white man is a problem. But white peoples are with their own minds. They kill Africans is not a problem, but they can never fight against themselves. They set their own minds like that. They set their own minds to fight against each other. For white man mind, to fight against each other is a crime and it's a problem. But to fight against a black man is not a problem. But they set the black man mind in a way that for a black man to think like this, to fight against my fellow black man is not a problem, but to fight against white man is a problem. So black can never be united due to the mindset they give to black peoples. Black can never be united to fight against white peoples, but black will always be united to fight against their fellow black man. It's a mindset, a work of a mindset. And that mindset we are trying to change. Because the moment we are revealing to Africans what is happening to their mind, they will understand it by themselves. That is true, that their mind have been reformed and they have to bring their original mind back. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I appreciate it when Africans still stick to listen to me. and really appreciate what I'm saying, because that means the unity will come. Unity cannot come to Africa when we don't remove the mindset. We have to let them know which kind of mindset they have. If we don't let Africans to know which kind of mindset they have, they can never change it. But when they know that how their mind was set, they will change it. That's why people like us, the West, will never love us. The West always fight against us. They always try to silence us. Why? Because they know when we tell Africans how their minds have been set, even 70% of Africans will already go back to their original mind. They will already believe that it's true, our mind was set like this, so we can still change it. There's a possibility to change yourself. Believe in yourself. And believe in this, that fighting against your fellow black man is a crime, but fighting against your enemies is not a crime. Believe in that, and your mind will be set free. You only can free yourself, Africa. As an African, only you can free your mind. We can only tell you how your mind have been grabbed and blackmailed, so only you can sit now and think and free yourself. Free your mind from that bondage. And we come together as one and unite and liberate ourselves and be ourselves. No more Africans migrating. If Africa don't be themselves, we will always keep on migrating. We migrate. Our fathers migrate. We migrate. If we don't careful, our children will migrate. And that's what we don't want to happen. Our children cannot become an immigrant again in Europe. For us to become an immigrant in Europe, in our other European countries, and our children also will come and become a slave for Europeans again. When our great-grandfathers were slaves, our fathers were slaves, they were using our fathers, using our great-grandfathers, using our grandfathers. They use us also, so we should not allow them to come and use our own childs, our own children. You know, white people have always built future for their children to make sure that their children never become a slave for Africans. And we need to fight for that. We need to fight that white people will become a slave to us by force. Every African must put this in your mind, that we need to work hard to make sure that white people must be a slave to us. We cannot continue being a slave to them. Either they stand on their own, we stand on our own, or they become slave to us by force. One thing they must do. They must stand on their own, or they become slave to us. That is the only thing. Either they stand on their own and die in a hunger, or they came and work for us as slaves and have little bit to survive. That's the only way. So that can happen if only we can unite. We can deal with our own mindset and change our minds from the Western grabbed colonial minds that they gave to us. After the colonial masters of Africa have bring this mindset and give it to Africans to cage their minds in one place and to put Africans' minds against each other. Whenever your fellow Africans speak, you don't appreciate. But whenever a white man speaks, you appreciate. What is doing that? Because your mind was set to against your fellow brother and to love your enemy. African mind was set to hate himself and his brothers and sisters, but to love another man who is his enemy. Just look it by yourself as an African. When you watch your fellow man, sometimes you get angry. But when you are listening to a white man, you always appreciate, and you are always very concentrate. What is happening? Because you believe in them. They make your mindset like that. They set it like that for you to believe in them more than yourself. When you believe in yourself, if you are sitting watching a white man, you look him like a fool. When you know yourself and believe in yourself, when you are sitting down watching a black man, you feel so great. Whenever I watch a black man like Julius Malema, Professor Lumumba, whenever people like this, I'm watching them, I feel so great. But no matter how a white man become a freedom fighter, if I'm watching him, I look like a fool. That you can't fool me anymore. But whenever I see an African man speaking out his mind, I feel so great. And I watch my fellow black man speaking out his mind on anything, I feel so great by myself. Because I'm proud of myself. So that's why when I watch my fellow black man, I see myself in you. Whenever I see a black man, I see myself in a black man. Whenever I see a white man, I don't see myself in you. So I can't feel great by watching a white man. That's how it's supposed to be for every African out there. Change your mindset by yourself. You have the power to control your mind and change it however you want. My fellow Africans. In the evening, we will have another conversation on Facebook Live by the grace of God. If we are not busy, if we can't also, then tomorrow we will do live Facebook to have some discussions in the morning. Till in the weekend, we will be bringing so many updates on the platform for Africans. And maybe when we have chance, we will open lines for people to call and we can discuss with Africans also. It's been a long time when I have open lines for Africans to have a discussion with them on Facebook. But by the grace of God, if anybody who want to have a live with me on YouTube here or on Facebook, you can normally contact my number. My social media number is there. If you go to my Facebook page, you will meet my number there, my WhatsApp number, and you can give me a message and we can schedule it and plan. Thank you so much, every African, for watching me, and thank you so much for your beautiful comments, and thank you so much for collaborating with me, and thank you so much all for having a beautiful mind with me. The same mind will be set with me. I love you all, and I believe we will be liberated and Africa will be free one day by force, either they like it or not, because that is a revolution, and the revolution must pass. The revolution must come to pass, you know. The colonization and the slavery must come to an end. And that is a revolution. It's not a word from me, but a word from God. It's not a word from me or from anybody, but we must be free. And there will be a time, and we have already seen the signs of freedom for Africa, because these are the signs that have been told, that they have been telling us since, that when these signs came, then Africa will be free. Even for Africans to migrate through Libya, it was written in some hadiths of Quran that it will happen. So it's a revolution, and when it happens, there is something going to happen. So it is a revolution already. So thank you so much for guys for being with me here. May God bless you all. May God save you all. May God save you from your enemies. Wherever you are, whatever your enemies plan against you shall never prosper. You shall always escape the bad plans of your enemies. Whatever bad your enemies plan against for you shall turn good and blessings and progressive for you. May God give us good health and long life and prosperity in our life. Whatever you put your hands in, you must be progressing. Whatever you want in life, may God make it easier for you. Wherever you are, hustling for your family, hustling for the future, may God make it easier for you. Whatever intentions you have for your future, whatever good intentions you have for family or future or for any struggle, may God make it easier for you. Whatever your plans, your enemies' intentions for you shall turn back to a blessing to you. Whatever your enemies plan against you shall turn back to your enemies. Whatever they plan against you shall turn back to them. May God bless you all. May God save us all from the from car accident, from any other incidents. May God save us all from fire incidents. May God save you from any other kind of incidents. May God save us all wherever you are. May God protect all of us and save us from any danger that is coming on our way shall turn to a blessing, or any danger that cannot be turned to a blessing shall be blocked by the thunder strike, or shall be struck by the thunder. May God bless you all. Thank you so much, guys, for being with me here. I appreciate it.